Welcome to Road Maps, giving you coverage of the Western Hockey League. Road Maps is your eye on the WHL. Some movement took place today involving the talented Saskatoon Blades head coach, Brennen Sonne, who had been the Blades head coach for the past 3 seasons. Sonne is heading to the Coachella Valley Firebirds, the AHL, the American Hockey League affiliate of the Seattle Kraken. Today, the Firebirds announced the hiring of Brennen Sonne as an assistant head coach, joining newly named head coach Derek Laxdal. Saskatoon Blades general manager Colin Priestner wasted no time announcing Sonne's replacement. DaSilva has been promoted to become the 18th head coach in franchise history. DaSilva, a 39-year-old native of Saskatoon, Toontown, had served as an assistant coach under Brennen Sonne. This past hockey season, DaSilva earned the title of associate coach alongside Brennen Sonne. The two of them helped lead the Blades to their 5th Scotty Monroe Memorial Trophy as the WHL's top team in the regular season. Roadmap's got news involving a WHL head coach leading Team Canada's U18 men's team. For a 3rd consecutive summer, Kris Mallette will be busy coaching the U18s during the offseason. Mallette, the head coach of the WHL's Kelowna Rockets, will be guiding the national men's U18 team at this year's Hlinka Gretzky Cup. This will be Mallette's 3rd offseason with the U18, spending the first 2 seasons as an assistant coach. Now Kris Mallette will be Team Canada's men's U18 bench coach. And finally, big news here in the Wenatchee Valley. The Wenatchee Wild's GM Bliss Littler finally got his man. The Wild's new head coach for the upcoming 2024-25 season will be 2-time WHL Head Coach of the Year, Don Nachbaur. Don will be coming into the Wild after serving for 2 seasons as an assistant coach for the Calgary Flames' AHL team, the Calgary Wranglers. We had a quick chat with Don on the KW3 Connor and Allie Morning Show, and here's what that interview sounded like. Is this Don Nachbaur?
It is.
This is Connor and Allie from KW3.
Good morning.
How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Congratulations on landing the gig to be head coach of the Wenatchee Wild.
Well, thanks, Connor. My wife and I are excited. We've got a long history in Wenatchee. My son actually went through their U18 program. This is 10 years ago. And he played in the BC Junior for Mallette, started off in Mallette and ended up with the Prince George Spruce Kings. And the next thing you know, he's picked up by the Wenatchee Wild. So I was coaching the Spokane Chiefs, so it was a real luxury to have my son close to us. I could go over to Wenatchee and watch games. So my wife and I spent a lot of time in Wenatchee watching him, and I got to know the people there. So, I know the arena, I know the city, the people, the fans are outstanding, and they're very supportive of what the team does there. And I can't speak enough about the job that Bliss Littler's done. He's a tremendous hockey guy. He thinks the game a lot like myself, and I just think it's a great fit. So we're excited about coming. And looking forward to getting started with the new job.
Don Nachbaur, new coach of the Wenatchee Wild. From whom did you get the building blocks to your current coaching philosophy in dealing with players and actual X's and O's, offense and defense team tactics? Who gave you a lot of the building blocks that you still use today?
That's a real good question. The way we used to coach back in the 90s, you can't do that today. So it's been an evolution as a coach for me. Just dealing with players. I'm probably a smarter coach today than the last time I coached in the Western Hockey League, because I've been in the pro game for the last 5-6 years, and I've been in the National Hockey League and assistant coach, obviously in the American League. But I took my career to Slovakia and to Switzerland in the Swiss National League, and learned about the European players. So I go back on my original junior coach, Dave King. He was so far ahead of his time in the late 70s as far as technical side, dealing with players. Just a tremendous teacher. He's a guy that I believe got me to pro. Without him pushing me on a daily basis, I know I wouldn't have been a pro. And then, of course, you go through my pro career. I played for some really good coaches along the way. Glenn Sather in Edmonton, Mike Keenan in Philadelphia, and more recently, guys that I work with in pro like John Stevens. I think I've taken a piece out of each guy, and they're good parts, and try to put it into my game, but I'm still myself. I like to have fun. I like to be intense at times, and of course I love to win, but all those factors lead to the type of coach I am today.
Don Nachbaur, you're the new head coach of the Wenatchee Wild. You were an assistant with the LA Kings. You spent over 20 years in the Western Hockey League as a head coach. 2-time Western Hockey League Coach of the Year. We're so happy to have you here, coaching our boys in Wenatchee.
Allie, you didn't have any questions?
I was just enthralled in what all you were saying. Seriously, there's so much info. I'm like, wow.
You're a good dude, and again, we can't wait to have you coach our boys. And
I'm looking forward to being on your show again.
yeah, well,
Heck yeah,
you're welcome here anytime.
Sounds good. Might even stop by your studios one day and say hello.
Do it.
We appreciate that. Yeah. All right, brother,
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
You have a great day.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
So next week we'll give you the extended version of that interview. It's a great guy, Don Nachbaur. Can't wait to interact and actually see him in person in the next coming weeks and months. Thanks for watching and listening to Roadmaps, your eye on the Western Hockey League. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to never miss an update. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on any questions you might have, and we'll respond to as many as we can. Follow us on the social media links in the description for more updates and behind-the-scenes content. See you in the next video. See you on the next podcast, available on any podcast platform or right here on YouTube.